This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for the afternoon of Thursday, April 13th, 2023. I'm Alex Brown. West Lafayette-based Hemochrome says it has developed technology that can measure hemoglobin levels with a smartphone instead of a blood draw. Founder Dr. Young Kim said previous measures, especially in mobile health units, need to use additional accessories and attachments.
Those are a barrier for translation. So the key aspect of our technology is just using unmodified off-the-shelf smartphones. So that's why as long as you have a smartphone, you can have access to this technology.
Kim says Hemochrome provides the data instantaneously, and the method can be used in any clinic, or a patient could even do the test at home. Hemochrome recently won the first phase of a National Institutes of Health Rapid Acceleration of Diagnostics Technology for Maternal Health Challenge. Indianapolis-based Co-Alliance Cooperative has acquired Plymouth LP Gas Corporation and Rochester LP Gas Corporation, though financial details were not disclosed. The acquired businesses provide residential, light commercial, and industrial propane service to customers in northern Indiana. Indiana casinos raked in more than $217 million in revenue last month. Gaming analysts from PlayIndiana.com report March's total generated about $74 million in taxes for the state. Hard Rock Casino Northern Indiana in Gary saw the highest total of all Hoosier casinos with $40 million in revenue. From the number one source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Get ready, Northwest Indiana. We're headed your way. IBJ Media, Inside Indiana Business, and the Indiana Economic Development Corporation invite you to the inaugural Engage Northwest Indiana event, presented by CareSource, Indiana University, and Old National Bank. Tuesday, April 25th at Valparaiso University. We'll be diving into regional and statewide initiatives with a focus on talent, education, and issues shaping our economy. More at ibj.com/engage.
A former emergency room nurse has been sentenced to 3 years in prison after pleading guilty to tampering with consumer products. IIB's Kylie Valletta has details.
Jennifer Adams was a registered nurse at Franciscan Health Crawfordsville and was accused of using pain medications that were intended for patients and refilling vials with saline solution. According to court documents, Adams would use an automated medication dispensing machine to use injectable pain medications, including fentanyl, morphine, hydromorphone, and ketamine. She would then refill the vials with saline solution and superglue the lids back on. Adams used the saline solution on 30 to 40 patients who had been admitted to the emergency department seeking pain relief. The scheme took place between October 2018 and mid-February 2020. An investigation found that Adams had tampered with between 2 and 7 vials of medicine during each shift that she worked. In addition to her prison sentence, U.S. District Court Judge James Hanlon ordered 3 years of probation for Adams following her release, as well as a $1,000 fine. Kylie Valletta, Inside Indiana Business Radio.
The Indiana Housing and Community Development Authority has launched 2 crowdfunding campaigns for 2 community development projects. The town of Bargersville wants to raise $50,000 to finalize its new Kephart Park, while Bloomington-based Sobra Mesa Farm seeks $15,000 to create an educational mural that would highlight the importance of microorganisms living in healthy soil. The funds raised through the campaigns will be matched as part of the agency's Creating Places program if their goals are met. You can connect to both campaigns at InsideIndianaBusiness.com. Indiana farmers produced more than 330 million bushels of soybeans last year, but the inventors of a soybean-based product say if their StyroSoy makes it to market, it could expand soybean production exponentially. The team was one of 12 from Purdue University that competed in the Student Soybean Innovation Competition and developed a biodegradable and compostable soy-based foam called StyroSoy, which serves as an alternative to styrofoam. Team member Luis Edwards Caceres Martinez said their product could replace 1.4 million tons of polystyrene used each year in the packaging and construction industries.
That would represent around $1.2 billion per year for the soybean industry. Another way to see this for a better visualization is that the StyroSoy could potentially represent $25 million to the soybean industry per each 1% of the polystyrene market replaced with our product.
The team won the $20,000 grand prize in this year's competition. It also won the $500 People's Choice Award as voted on by the attendees of the competition. First Internet Bank CEO David Becker is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick, presented by PNC, a weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports, and entertainment and beyond. Available now from your favorite podcast provider. I'm Alex Brown for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.